What's up, guys? Sun Wukong, and it's that time of the week yet again. Waiting for ReZero, honestly, is one of the hardest things I have to do on any given week because the amount of times it runs through my mind in a single day is absurd. But I'm not waiting any longer to watch this episode. We're just gonna watch it now. There will be a review coming. Before I start, first thing you're gonna notice is this new poster behind me. This poster is very special to me. It's one of many ReZero posters that I actually have at this moment. And if you want to know how I acquired this, click the link in the description that I posted, because I did not purchase this poster. It was sent to me as a gift, and that's all I'm going to say. Watch the other video if you want to know about it. But it's incredible. There's even more greatness than just that. But I will say the topic of the other video before we even get started, and I want to reiterate my words in that video. Just extending a thank you to Tape Nagatsuki, to the entirety of the staff, and everyone that's been involved in ReZero, from its publication, Media Factory, Kadokawa, White Fox, Watanabe, just all to say, everyone that's made this such an incredible series, because for me, it's an insane passion right now. It's out of everything I've reviewed on YouTube, it's in the top 5 as far as how fun it's been to make reviews. And I don't know if I would put it on series as a whole, although it's definitely in my top. It's definitely making its way into my top of all time, but that's another discussion for another day. But just in terms of things to talk about, it's been an incredible ride. So that's pretty much what I have to say about that. Just, I'm telling you, watch that video, because if you do not watch that video all the way through, you're going to miss the most incredible part about it. It's really not about the poster at all. It's more so about how genuine Tape is, and on top of that, the gifts that he sent me are one of a kind. I will say that. So with that said, we're gonna jump into this episode of ReZero. I already know where this is gonna start, because last week when you saw my boy Subaru's face, that shit, son, man, when you saw my boy Subaru's face, he needs to learn to cooperate with Julius. That's all I'm gonna fucking say, because if he does not, there are any problems. He needs every single asset that he can get at this stage, and that's what I'm gonna say. So let's see what transpires if we actually start to get into the clash with Betelgeuse and the rest of the Witch Cult in this episode as well. I do not think it's going to be an easy battle, but nevertheless, let's get into it. So I'm going to start this in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's get the shades from the jump too, because I don't care what anybody says. Hearing tell it, this episode isn't quite as hype. I don't want every episode of ReZero is hype for me. For gracing us with your presence. What the fuck are you talking about? Yuri! Just to subvert. Yo. Dude, Julius is so fucking honorable. I'm not gonna lie. Look at Subaru's face. My boy. Been busy writing apologies. Damn. Damn. That was an amazing, that was amazing banter. Absolutely incredible. Oh yeah, I don't expect you guys, I'm not gonna really be in the chat right now, but I don't expect you guys to go watch that video now. Stay here and watch this, and then watch that later. Dude, Mimi and Hetaro in Ricardo's lap is pure love. Not term definitive evidence. Coincided in several respects. Dude, could that be nah, even still. I would assume that that faction of the cultish was just using the observed patterns of Hakuge, if nothing else. I mean, there is always the possibility that somebody within the cult, which would either have to be, if it's not just the the Witch of Gluttony herself that's actively controlling it. Russell Fellow, man. If it's not the Witch of Gluttony that's actively controlling it, it could potentially be the archbishops, particularly the archbishop associated with Gluttony. But I still don't believe Hakuge is being controlled, man. It doesn't make sense. Exactly. And this little parlay is amazing. In complete control of this party. His leadership is going to be crucial in this too. No pun intended with Krush, but it's going to be necessary, especially since he can see the unseen hands. And he's had a confrontation with him before. Damn. Petrarch! Subaru. Good man. I'm glad you can apologize and you've realized. See, that's the thing. He realized he was in the wrong long ago ever since he reconfirmed his resolve. But it takes a lot for both of them to say these words to each other. And now all the blind Julius haters can put themselves to rest. Because Julius is dope. I don't care what anyone says. I feel you on that though, Subaru. I don't hate his guts, but he's still the only thing that I'm still salty about is that he encroached upon my goddess, kissing her hand and whatnot. I'm still not gonna let that go. Yeah, that's gonna be a nice rivalry to have set up. Dude, I bet you we see Otto again in this episode. Goddess Leotard, man! Finally! Yeah, how long it's been since I've seen my goddess. And my boy Buck. Yo, listen to that OST. That command, dude. Hajimeru is out here. Dude. That's amazing. He needed to utilize that. The Fiend, dude. Conti. Betelgeuse, man. I have chills right now, dude. This OST, this confrontation. I know. Betelgeuse needs a spot. I need to make a new grand category. 10 grand fiend lords. There it is, dude. There it is. And that confirmation. Dude, I said this theory during the discussion stream. I forget which of the two that it was that we did. But I was like, what if Subaru is already Pride, and that's how they are subservient to him? It's not just the heir of Satala. Because everything, out of all the sins, that was the one that's been most exemplified. Dude, I called that shit. I definitely called that shit. And then, so Returns is then, if that's the case, Returns would then be his authority. I guess Betelgeuse's words aren't 100% enough to confirm it, but I'll still believe in that. That face. Dude, you're triggering the man hard, Subaru. The voice cannons. Yo! Mimi and hetero greatness. Sealing the rest of the call. Yo, base strategy. Absolutely incredible strategy. Yo, holy shit. Betelgeuse. I know. Mimi, by far, one of the most twisted things I've ever seen. Look at that shit. Yo, this is pure hype. I don't know. Yo, Zar, man, what are you talking about? This isn't hype. Shit is hype as fuck. Trolling the man. No fucking way. No, there's no way they took him out just like that. Are you serious? That base strategy, dude. He's very much dead. Yo, they took out Betelgeuse. Holy shit. Chivalry is long dead. Will, dude, my God, he's a fucking absolute savage. Zero fucks. The gospel. Damn. There's that extreme negative connotation. No, it's but you don't understand. This is blasphemy for them, Subaru. The proof that one belongs to the witch's cult. Yo. With the potential to join the cult. And who penned this gospel is what I want to know. How shady can you get? Dude, there might potentially even be someone above the rest of the archbishops within the cult. Because I can't imagine that it would be Sazla herself that penned it. If it was in fact the Witch of Envy that penned it, how was it transcribed and delivered? Unless it was another one of the witches. -1 is 9. Dude, Mimi and Heta are fucking hilarious. What are you walking back with her? Dude, that face he made is amazing. Oh, that overkill, man. I cannot believe they just bested him like that. Will we see the rest of the archbishops come out of the woodwork now that one of their own has been taken out? This feels too eerie, though. Something feels off, man. There has to be more to it than this. It just felt too easy. I expected an incredibly difficult clash. And I got exposed. Take out the remaining fingers. Interesting. I have to rewatch that dialogue. Ricardo with that one head pat. Dude, that line from you is... Yo. Holy shit. I knew it was gonna be that. Oh, what the... How did he survive that shit? Unless our theory is right that he can transfer his essence. What the fuck? Yo, let's go. Hold on. Hold the fuck on. It's true. His voice is different. He can transfer himself to different bodies. Yo! Dude, that's fucking crazy. Ku called that in the stream, and we talked about the possibilities of that in the discussion stream as well. No, literally transferring his essence. Does not compare to that of a mere flower. But that's the proof that you are pride. Holy shit. Dude, whoever voice acted this shit, yo, is it Leoton? Holy shit. That tiny ass spirit is enough to make him freak the fuck out like that? Oh my fucking god. Will. My life is spilling out. Dude, props to this voice actress that's capturing the essence of Betelgeuse perfectly. But then what's to stop him from just transferring again? I'm gonna talk about what we cited for predicting this in the first place. After this is over, but I need to focus right now. All 100 falls, including fingers, are the sin of. Yo, that's a crazy possibility as well, though, Julius. Some sort of linked consciousness that seems a bit ridiculous. He must have William must have used his perception. Look at me, I must say this. Either that or there was some sort of particles that exposed him. Bolster my boy's resolve, William. Take this dialogue to heart, Subaru. Too real. For 1 second, 1 moment, or 1 instant, cling greedily to the victory you have within you. Yo. Favorite line of the episode. Straight up. Absolute master. Remain strong. Exactly. I'm telling you to be strong, yo. Man is effectively his master in a sense, too. Again, though, no known. There were casualties, but nobody that we actually really know / care about like that. Now they're safe. We won't have to worry about them. So we focus on subjugating the witch's cult. Dude, I love Philly so much. So fucking much. One of my favorite traps at this point. The fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? What is this? Wait. Hold on. Crap. Wait. Hold on. Let me think about this, dude. How did, first of all, that shift, and then you just see your Ram standing there cloaked up. I need to rewatch that scene. Don't tell me he was able to transfer into that. No, there's no way. There's no way. So then what? Now leave me on this cliffhanger, dude. Every fucking time. I should have expected, though, because we didn't have one last week. Once you get into a new ordeal, that's how shit goes. Let's think about these possibilities right now. Wait till this ending is finished. God damn, man. Fuck. That episode. Let me think about what's going on here. Let's think about what's going on here. When did I say Ram is part of the widget? Who are you replying to somebody in the chat? You must be addressed, because that can't be the case. There's a couple of possibilities. There's a couple of possibilities with this. I'm trying to scroll up to see his reaction, but ultimately, if Betelgeuse can in fact transfer his consciousness, there is the possibility then. I need to rewatch this scene, but it's so fucking annoying because I don't have the file, and therefore I can't scroll through it readily. Because that stark shift to the conversation happening with Julius till that really disturbs me. And then again, if it were Betelgeuse transferring into Ram, how would that effectively work from that range? I mean, that becomes completely and utterly hacks if it can just be done at a moment's notice. Let me watch this one more time. Let me watch this scene one more time. Give me a second, because I want to see. Ram was cloaked up and whatnot as well, and I need to see what's good with that. Shit is crazy, man. Shit is absolutely crazy. But smash that like button. You see, that's the thing too. It could very well be that Ram it's an automatic defense for the Rosewall's territory. But still, at that point, Ram would know about. Let me see this. Let me see this. You see this blue flower petal. This mist. Again, looks similar to ice, but we know Ram doesn't. It's bleeding off of this flower that's on her chest. What the fuck is that? And the hood is very similar to the one in which Leoton uses. I don't see the ears on it. I don't even think it goes up that far to reveal that. Huh. Yeah, I really can't say for sure what's transpiring there. I really can't. This is one of the first times where I'm at a loss. Must be the one behind it. That could be the case too. It could be that Rosewall is manipulating and forcing Ram to do this. What would Rosewall's intention be behind this? And that's the thing. Within the scope of the timeline, wasn't Rosewall away from the mansion? So unless it was part of that's strange. That there's okay. These are the ways that I think it can go. And I do not think there is the possibility that Betelgeuse transferred into Ram, but I do not think that's the case, because if he could have done that, it would make the ability so incredibly ridiculously hacks. I just can't see that happening. So one, it seemingly once they entered this territory, everyone faded away. I don't know how that was able to be accomplished unless it was something constructed by Rosewall himself, some sort of Gekai, some sort of barrier. The blue tint and the mist almost signaling ice magic, and we know that Ram doesn't have that affinity, would mean and suggest that it's either Puck or Leoton that have something to do with this as well. I wonder if the flower has some sort of hypnotic effects. But either way, there has to be something constructed here to where they don't even know what's transpiring and who the parties that's encroaching, aside from that glance from Ram to Subaru. So I'm really concerned and / curious about what's going to happen in the upcoming episode, and how things are going to go. So I really don't know what the case could be here. I mean, you surprised to see that. That's true too. She has that ability to perceive things through the other creatures, but I mean, if she was actually actively observing it and not under some sort of caution, under Rosewall's command or influence, she would have seen Subaru's presence, and I don't think it would have been that much of an issue to that extent. And yeah, I just read this comment. Somebody mentioned this, and I forgot about that scene between Puck and Leoton. Puck did in fact say that there's no need to be concerned, because he set up a bear. So that could be in fact a part of that as well. But there's multiple ways this can go, and there's no clear cut way for me to decipher it or discern it. So damn, Tribo, you jinxed it, man. I didn't see that you wrote that. Writing shit like that is asking for that, man. To subvert that, I humbly ask that everybody that's here right now smash that like button if you enjoyed the reaction, even a little bit. It greatly helps. I greatly appreciate every single like. You don't know how far it goes, so please do that for me if you enjoy the reactions and you want to see them continue. But it's not leading up to this better word is explain this, especially if you find it manually. Flash assault in a pocket universe. See, I don't know about that. It has to have some sort of illusory application as well, because there's no way unless there's some sort of spatial transportation going on. Either way, everyone else is fine. So it has to. It's either. There's definitely a Kekai setup. There's definitely a barrier of sorts set up. Puck did drop that line, so I'm guessing Puck has a hand in that. The rose is what really concerns me, and my guess is that it was placed on Ram by Rosewall, in order to kind of control her movements, because I think that we know that there's a special dynamic between Rosewall and Ram that Rem is not privy to. I think seemingly Ram is trying to keep Rem at bay from the darker side of things concerning Rosewall, whatever the shade is that's surrounding him, and she has much more insight into his endgame than everyone else in the mansion, aside from potentially Beako as well. I'm sure would have information on it. But that aside, even if Ram knows about this, there's no guarantee that she willingly wants to go along with it. So it very well could be that before Roswaal left, he orchestrated some things. Maybe he's privy to the entirety of the extent of the situation that's going on, although that would be a stretch. But we know that he likes to fuck with Subaru. I don't know if I would limit it to that. It could have greater application. There might be more forces at work and more enemies that are encroaching upon his territory. But I feel as though the rose has a hypnotic effect that controls and manipulates Ram's psyche. So when we see the confrontation next episode, for example, Subaru won't be able to talk her down because she's strictly under the influence of it. The way it plays off in the petals and the kind of general mist and blue color palette that's around there is interesting. But I don't know, man. It's gonna be interesting to see. I don't know either, man. I don't know. I'm just throwing stuff out there. See, I hate when people. I'm gonna say this right now, man. I'm being dead serious. I hate when people are like, "Oh, you're wrong," and you just that's not. I'm not trying to be right. I'm trying to throw stuff out there, see what sticks, come up with some ideas. I'm thinking out loud here. Normally you guys don't see this thought process because normally I don't do a thought process in a video. I just sit down, think about it after the fact, and then make a review about my thoughts. So that's what I'm gonna say there. But regardless, I still don't think that I can pin it on Betelgeuse. I said they're most likely on alert now. They're all we can. I guess now Ram might be there to check things out. I mean, yeah, but I still what I want to know most of all, is how she was able to craft. If it is in fact on Ram, or if it's potentially just part of the barrier, then where the rest of the party is gone. If it's simply their presence is being masked, if it has some sort of spatial or temporal effect to it yet again. But who knows, man? Who knows? I don't see any of you throwing out any other potential theories out here. So I if and when you would like to do that, instead of just telling me I'm wrong, that would be appreciated. Forest for the Damaju. Thought the barrier was the barrier around the forest. It's kind of similar because that barrier, I remember, I mean, it could have just been the time of day because it was night, but I remember that kind of, that color palette. Roswaal equals rose. Exactly. See, that's another reason why I would think that that at the very least, the blue flower has links to that. The cloak she was wearing, though, is very similar to Leoton's cloak. I don't really know the origins of that, if that's something she procured from the mansion and through affiliation with Roswaal, if that's something potentially going back to the Elven village, things of that nature. So who really knows? I mean, that's the thing. Nobody really trusts Roswaal. Everybody knows that Roswaal is shady. Everybody knows he has his own agenda. It's just a matter of ultimately how far it extends. So regardless of that, I don't want to sit too much on this final scene any longer. I think I want to talk a little bit about the rest of the Actually, no, I'm not even going to talk about the rest of the episode because we're going to make a review as always. So Ram turns slothful. See, that is a possibility. That is a possibility that Betelgeuse, seemingly from what we've seen, because Julius's ideas of how it's working as far as the finger sloth, they could be potentially right, but I prefer the idea of him being able to transfer consciousness. And that could be at play, but I really don't think so at this stage. Booksuber took with him the barrier, found him carrying the. Yo, that's an awesome theory. I mean, did he take the gospel with him though? I need to go back and look. I don't recall. If he did, if it's such a blasphemous tome, very well could have automatically triggered that as the encroach of that. I mean, even his essence and the air of the witch that hangs around it might very well do that. I think they would have the foresight to kind of look past that. I mean, like Christian, I forgot the other two, but yeah, remember Roswell's mom. Yeah, Roswell was having a field day with Subaru's entrance. I think he likes toying with him. I think he has some sort of plan to utilize him for his end game. But it really is a matter of how much he actually knows about what's going on. Ram might actually love Rosewall. That could be the case, but I think no matter how much she could potentially love Rosewall, she definitely loves Rem more. So she would never do anything to jeopardize her sister's well-being. And that extends further than just her life at this point. We may very well get a reset. And I think that's probably a great way to handle it narrative-wise, because if we get a reset right here, we don't get the full-on explanation of what's happening. Is dead instant super got checkpoint that someone can't be revived. I mean, we don't know that he got to a checkpoint yet, though. I would assume that there's a new checkpoint now, because I don't see if there is a returns. Let's say next episode there's returns. We don't really find out the mystery of what's going on with Ram. I don't see us going back to before the fight with Hakuge. So I'm sure there is a new checkpoint, but I don't know. But either way, I'm gonna end this one here. Smash that like button if you enjoyed. I'm gonna go think about this a little bit more, work on the review. Might have a discussion stream for this today, because there's a lot at play here that I actually want to talk about. But thank you guys for coming through. Check out that other video that I left in the description if you have yet to see it. And I'll see you guys later. Peace.